Hello YouTubers and social media hunters and followers of the Rudgy aka the Doctor. Thank you for following me, by the way, those people who do. So today, I was going a bit mental in the flat, not actually going anywhere, just going down to town to get my shopping. It's very nice going down to town. I enjoy that. Get some shopping and have a coffee. I've been to see my friend Tigger today, and she suggested that really, it's no good sitting in the flat on top of a mountain. You need to go out occasionally and have a look around. So I've borrowed a friend's car, and I'm going to go to Lixouri. I was going to go on the ferry, which I don't know whether you can see that. Let's see if I can zoom that in a little bit. But there's the ferry crossing now, and that goes from if we get into focus, which it's not going to, so I'll explain it in a minute. But anyway, that's the ferry. Now that runs backwards and forwards. There's usually two of them running, but I've noticed in the winter they only tend to run the one, so you've got to wait for that to come back now. I'm not sure how long that takes, probably about every hour they're probably running in the winter. But it runs from Argostoli, which is over there, which you've seen me explain 1,000 times before. There's Argostoli, and that's Lixouri, where I'm heading today. So yeah, if you go out that way, you're into the main sea, and if you go that way, Italy's the next stop really. If you just go around the corner and head out that way, then you get to Zakynthos, and if you creep right round and hug the coast, you'll eventually get to the mainland. So yeah, that's Argostoli. I live up on the mountain side. You can probably just about make my house out from here actually. There's two aerials, I'm sort of in between those. So yeah, so we're on the mountain road, which if you keep going in that direction, it'll bring you out at Mittus Bay, the junction for Mittus Bay. You can carry on straight ahead, it'll take you to Fiscado. Right takes you to Kefalonia. Right would take you back where you've come from. So anyway, down there you've got the fish farms. When I was crewing on Balboa, which is a charter yacht, you can, which I highly recommend. In the summer, you can take 6 people on board that. He does a lovely lunch, and he brings you out. He brings you around the fish farms. Well, he did. I don't know whether he still does. And we used to come round in between there and go off looking for dolphins in the bay, and then you go around there for swim stops and stuff like that across the Rabbit Island, and then sail back usually in the afternoon when we get the afternoon winds kick up. So there's not a lot else I can tell you about this particular part. It's mid-November. We have had some lovely sunshine this morning, but it's getting a bit overcast now, as you can see. It was forecast to rain, but this place has its own climate, so you can't really rely on the weather. Anyway, I'm going to go over to Lixouri and get a coffee over there. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so I was trying to explain earlier how to get to places. Straight on will take you down to the junction. If you turn left, you end up going to Mittus. If you go straight on, you go to Kefalonia, and if you turn right, you would go back to where we come from, back to Argostoli through the mountains. But this little junction here, we're going to turn left in a minute, takes you to Lixouri. Easily missed, so look out for the pink house. That's the road in from Argostoli. So yeah, there's the signpost. So there you are, there's your landmark. I've come in from that direction, heading over that direction. Now you can get to Ixie Beach and places like that by going straight through, but there's your yellow bridge. If you just go over the bridge, the square is just down there, and I'm going to start walking in that direction and have a look round. As I said earlier, it's mid-November now, so I don't expect too much. There's not going to be a lot of places open. So there you go, here's the square, which is lovely in the summer. Lots of coffee shops and tavernas. I've been coming over here the last couple of years with a friend of mine called Kate and her friend Kath. It's one of their things they do. They come out here for a week or two, and they always come over here and have a meal over there. I've been coming with them the last few times I've come. But yeah, this is the square. As you can see, there's a lot of bars still open and coffee shops. In fact, the ice cream parlour's still open. He does really nice ice creams there. So yeah, we're excuse me, at the end of the square now, where the ferry comes in. The ferry will come in just there. That's the one that usually runs alongside it. And there's another one there. So yeah, that's where you'd catch your ferry from. There's a little marina further down there, which is quite interesting. I might walk down there in a minute. So I'm going to walk round the back now and show you what Lixouri is like. We'll probably come back down that way. But I'm just going to walk to the end of the square and then chuck a left. There's even the barber shop there, look. Okay, change of direction. I've just walked from the square down there. There's the tax office, should you ever need it over here, if you're buying a car or whatever. We're going to take a left now, back towards the seafront. Let's go right and see what's up here. So yeah, it's very, very quiet, but there is still places open. Just have to know where to look, don't you, really? So there you are, we're back on the harbour side. Lixouri. There's the ferries and all your various tavernas and bars, which are all still open. Like I say, if you do fancy a holiday in the winter, I don't see it's a big problem. You just have to make sure you've got a vehicle so that you can get about, and then you can enjoy the place, because there's no tourists about really. It's quite quiet, and I like it like that. You get to see things that you wouldn't normally get to see. So let's walk down that way now and see if we can see what's going on in the marina. Just heard a bloody great clap of thunder and I've left my coat in the car, so I may not get to do the marina yet, but we'll see. I will endeavour to film it for you guys. There's one of the ferries. Some of you will be familiar with those. They've usually got a little cafe upstairs on the first deck. But yeah, they come and go, from what I can see, every hour between here and Argostoli. There's the square again. Just use my wonderful editing skills again. There's your ferry times. And there's the excursions. Just coming up to the bus station if you want to get your bearings. Across the bridge over to the marina. So here's the marina I was telling you about. Little fishing boat going out there. So the weather can't be turning that bad if he's going out. So yeah, I don't know who runs this. The equivalent of one of our councils, I suppose, would run this, the local authority. I would imagine it looks fairly well organised compared with other places on the island. There's some reasonable sized boats in there as well. I don't know how well protected it is. Never been over it when it's been stormy. I suppose you've only got to look on the map to work it out. So yeah, we've today, Argostoli is over that way. You can see the two aerials where my property is. So we've come all the way round there, all the way along that mountain road, which you can just about make out, all the way up there into that village, and then you disappear around the back of that first hill there, and it dips down and comes all the way back round here. And I have to say, in the summer it's a very nice drive. There's some nice views for your passengers. I never get to see much of them because I'm usually doing the driving, but I have stopped on the bike and filmed it before now, and yeah, some very nice views. So really, you can either catch the ferry as a foot passenger, or you can bring the car over. If you've hired one, I'm not sure it's insured on the ferry, you'd have to ask. But I always drive one way and get the ferry back, especially if I've been to Foscado, because it cuts a big chunk of the journey out and you can sit and relax. You can have a beer while you wait for the ferry, etc., or a coffee. So yeah, that's Lixouri, mid-November. I wouldn't take too much notice of the storm clouds. That's been hanging around all day over this side of the island. Over in Argostoli when I left, it was quite sunny. I went and saw my friend Tigger down the rabbit hole. Give a shout out to that shop. And walked back with her part of the way back to her place. I got a coffee at the Compass and sat outside in the sunshine, thinking how lucky I was to be here. I've got to go back to the UK, as I've said before, to earn some money. That's become a bit of an issue now. I was going to earn some money here, but that hasn't really worked out. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about that yet. I'm going to have to find a way of funding all this. But I picked up a bit of work in the UK, so I'll be going back to the UK until February, March time, hopefully, when I can come back out and decide what I'm going to do about it all. So, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's free. You don't have to watch me, but it will help me. Hit the like button if you've liked this one. Leave your comments on the bottom. If they're political or I don't like them, I might take them off, or I might not even bother reading them. It's not that sort of site. I do try and answer most of the questions I get. So, look after one another. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later on.